it's me, it's MattyG. Welcome back to the farm series that we're taking a look at all three farms. This is the last one on the list, dairy farm here on Frankenmuth. Great, have I turned the lights on this truck? Right, so here we go. This is the farm. I'm going to leave the truck on the outside here, just because I've got to open the gate. So we've got a set of gates, fencing around the outside, which I kind of regret doing a full fence. I wanted another gate and I forgot to add one in. So, but there it is. This is the house we've gone for. This is a slightly different house. I worked on this one quite a bit. So we're going to have a look at this one. We've got twin garages, just like the first house. Although the gate, the doors, if you will, take a while. There they are. The truck can fit in there as well. Moving on in, we've got the front door. Walks into a nice open plan lower area that goes into the sitting room, front room, living area, slash open diner, kitchen, and everything else. Come through, you've got your one bedroom, which is a double. Very nice, got all your triggers you need in there. On the lower side, you've got access to your garage, and then you have your back door. Before we go out your back, I think you do have a bathroom up here, which is quite nice. There we go. You've got a nice little bathtub. You've got your toilet, your floating toilet, if you will. You've got your sink with no taps and your mirror with no view. Now you've also got a walk-in shower, which has no door and won't let you walk in. It'd be cool if you could walk in. If you could make that door itself, that glass, with no collisions, if you're watching Mr. Model, which you won't be, but if you was, that'd be brilliant. So we could get in and roleplay being in the shower at some point. That'd be quite cool. Anyhow, let's take a look at the back garden. So we come out, we have one of those verandas, I'm not even sure what you want to call it, gazebos, seating area. We have one. We also have a barbecue in the corner here. We've got our long washing line, our basket. We've got our electric box, our gas, and we've even got piles of wood for open fires. And that comes around to the side where we do have our shed. And our side gate, and we have our shed that we can keep our hand tools in, not that we need them. Little seating area brings us round to the front end, the front yard, and the driveway again. So, right, on with the farm. Right, we're going to go round here for the first thing. We're going to go from left to right again. We have the same shed. This is almost in the same place as the actual base game. I think I just moved it over a little bit. Sorry. Base game. When I say base game, I mean the standard map, Frankenmuth. But anyway, the door's open, so you'll see the racking. We've got some stuff stored on the racking already, as you can see, and some machinery. I'm trying not to look at the machinery too much, give away too much for when the series does start. The basis is we're going to be broke, and we just bought the farms as they are, and yeah, we've got to use what we've got. We can sell what we've got, etc., and try and build up from there. Anyway, coming out from there, immediately to our right, we've got the bale storage. Same as we had on the second farm, which is the pig farm. Just dump your bales in and you can collect them out here. We keep going straight down. We'll come to the workshop in a minute. To our tunnel version, we have the Meridian. I love this one. It is only one-sided, but it is very nice. So yeah, we've got that one there. Moving down and around, again, we'll come back up this side in a minute, so I'm trying to take you around the back. We do have our electric box and radio tower. And that brings us into our little bee area. We have some bees, which may be added to some of the other farms if people want them as well. A little coffee table area. The old harvester. It's had seen better days, right? Yeah, that brings us to this side now. So again, we've gone for one of these gardens. Now, we've gone for a slightly different one because we only need the one. We're not reliant on potatoes. And it just thought it would be nice to have a small gardening area. So we've gone for this particular one. which again we can, in the winter time, we can raise the tents over the top, which is no problem. This one I quite like. You've got a little garden area. Now there is no collisions on a lot of it, so you can see that if I just walk straight through half of it. But if you're clever enough, you're careful enough, you don't need to walk around it. It's fine. You've got a table and chairs. You've got a little barbecue even. It's a nice little place to come and chill and do some work. And we have a little tool shed. Now it'd be nice if you could pick up the tools, like broom and that, but you can't. But you do have a little tool shed. I say tool shed, it's more of a potting shed. Yeah, we've got one. It's quite nice that works as well. So yeah, lovely little corner really. Coming back out from there, you can see we've got a little bit of a junkyard just in the corner. Old school. Then we get to our workshop. This one's beautiful. I just wish it was a little bit nicer, like wooden maybe inside or something. I don't know. It just feels like it's missing a little something to finish it off. But inside, yeah, you got a nice little shed area. And you got your sort of workout area for your fixing and whatnot in here. It's quite nicely decorated. And I love these buttons. Absolutely love them when they want to work. But yeah. So anyway, we've got that. Yeah, moving on. Oh, cool there. We do have some junk around this side, and again we have a detonator. This one, as you can now probably tell, is hidden here in the bin as well. So yeah, just place a detonator down, place a static object over the top of it in free mode, and then don't try and drive it. Just leave it there and you'll be golden. It's nice and hidden. Moving on down, well, the back of the silo there, but here we have the cow barn. This cow barn has a weird sort of L-shaped, and we put some decorations in there. I've decorated the pathways. I've put some calf glue, igloos in there as well. Just some random bits and bobs to make it look different, stand out. Again, we've got animals. We have 83 cows on the farm. So not going massive, not going like 300 head of cattle or anything. Just a little bit. 367 chickens in this elongated chicken. Which is quite nice. And I managed to get it red. I didn't know you could change the chicken colours. So that's quite nice. But yeah, we do have some lights. I managed to sort of merge in the right places on some spots. So there's not a lot of light, but there's some light. Coming around to our little roundabout area, we've got the other side of the cow barn. That brings us to our feed mixer. So we have a feed mixer as well. This one, as you can see, is for cows. Just literally dump the ingredients in there, get the ingredients out there, and your trigger is just around here. Some more junk leading onto the hedgerow, which gives it a straight shot round the chickens. It's quite a nice area. And then just in this corner, just for giggles, I've got a little wood cutting area. Which I thought looked quite cool. Which is why I'm kicking myself, because I added a couple of these trees, and what I really could have done is put a gate in there and sloped it down, so a nice big area to get bigger machinery out to the fields easier. That's my bad. Moving along, we have the drive-through. We have the big silo. That actually holds less than the silo in the very first farm, but still, it's quite a nice one. You've got your dump trigger and your tip trigger, your load trigger, just there. And this sweeps round. We have our seed bins and our fertilizer bins, our water just on the end, and then we have a silage pit with, as you can see, a very small amount of silage already being fermented. Just everything's on the smaller side, so you can't. No one's going to start with, 500 grams worth of stuff. Do you know? That's kind of the idea of it. And that's really the farm. Now the fields. Just run out here a little bit. You might be able to tell there's a trackway. You can just about make out there's trackways around the outside. We've got 4 fields in total. Now I had to adapt one because I wanted a bit of a bigger area, which is this particular grass field. There's a lot more trees here. I'll jump up and have a look. If you jump into this mode, you can see the farm where it is. It is out on the left hand side near the wooded area where you have a dirt track. So shop coming out all the way to the end, furthest big turning on the right, and you just turn down there. Right, so anyway, yes, if I am I able to select farmlands, should be able to spot. So there you go. That used to be the original shape of the field, and then I've added that dark green area. I've cut all the trees out there to make that slightly bigger in the area. Now I do technically own all this in purple as well, but that's kind of being ignored because I had to do that in order to buy this tiny little area here. It's crazy, right? But yeah. Right, so we have 4 fields. We have this little field here, field 35, with its extension. That's all grass. Then we have a cultivated field just along here, and a cultivated field, which is the largest one, just along the back. And then we have a secondary grass field just along here. And if I was to go back onto your farmlands and select that, you'll see that those 3 fields are actually one field. Yeah, probably the smallest in land of the farm or farms, but there's room for expansion here. There's a lot of play around here that we could expand into. So it's not too big a problem. As you can see, we're not far away from the first farm we looked at, which is the sheep farm, and we're not that far away from the pig farm, which, when you look at it, I can get off that, please. There we go. If you look at it on, just pure size of the actual farmyard, this one's probably spread out, or what appears to be spread out more. This is probably the nice flowing sort of look, and then this one's a little bit more compact, more, I suppose, British style with the American sheds and twist. But yeah, let's jump into build mode quickly. Take a look from the sky. And that's the farm as you can see it. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so we can see all the details. You can see the trackways I put in for the cows. Made it a bit of a mess. But that's exactly what you'd kind of expect them to do. Roads are not perfect around here. Chicken's pen is not perfect. And that's ideal because you don't want perfect. Moving on to the fields, you'll see the trackways I've put in here, running all the way up, and it goes off to that way, and it goes off down here. So this is the route you'd take not to destroy your crops to get to the last field, which is at this side. So yeah, on the other side, you can see we've just got this one field. So I'm not sure if you can tell the line wise. Somewhere around here is where the field would have started, I think, and it comes out that way, right to the end. So there was quite a section. I missed the corner on seeding. That was my bad. So there was quite a lot of trees. You can see by the shape of the land, actually, where it goes up and down. There was quite a lot of trees in there to remove, and it would have made things a lot easier and quicker if I had T-Rex. So whoever brought out the T-Rex for 22, please bring it back for 25. The T-Rex was awesome. It was just awesome. So yeah, that's the Frankenmuth map as it stands. We haven't built anything else on the map yet. There's no second-hand market or anything like that yet. I don't know if we're going to add a second-hand market. We might do, we might not do. There are plenty of opportunities to add things to the farm, or to the map, shall we say. There's a large area at the store that can potentially be used to put second-hand stuff. The only problem is constantly sleeping, setting it to 20 odd days and sleeping, going for a good couple of years cycles just to get all the second-hand vehicles that we use when we make a second-hand market up. It can take a long time, and then there's the setup side of it as well. But yeah, this will be something coming to the channel at some point, is the Frankenmuth map. For you American fans, you might like the fact, let me know which farm you like best, which layout you like best. Rate this one out of 5, that would be fantastic. And then let me know. Rank them in order. Pig farm, dairy farm, sheep farm. That's pretty much as simple as that. They've all got chickens, so you can't really call anything else. I could build some more farms. If you would like to see more farms on there, let me know that as well. Maybe that could be something we could do. But the idea of the series oncoming is I'm going to have a dairy farm. I believe Eddie will be joining me on the series and possibly going for the sheep farm, which is kind of designed for Eddie anyway. That's kind of, I knew the sort of things he would like and how he would like it. So I kind of designed it for him in mind. Although, I'll be honest, and I'm sure Eddie will be honest, we both really like the pig farm, we just don't want to do pigs. It is what it is, right? So yeah, we're going to be doing a series on this map, and we're going to work it so that I'm going to be filming stuff purely on this map, on this farm, this particular dairy farm. I'm going to be filming all my stuff with help from Eddie coming over from days off from his farm, wherever he chooses. So there will be cameos, and then he will be filming his own farm, and I will be making cameos on his. So if you want to see that side of it, you'd have to pop over to his channel. The idea is to, we like doing roleplay. We like doing roleplay together. Eddie's channel hasn't taken off just yet. Mine, I suppose, I say taken off, mine's not exactly taken off, but I've got a few followers, right? I've got a few subs. So it'd be nice to help him grow as well. That's the idea of doing things together. And it's fun to play with other people as well. So, yeah, I mean, if someone's down for very random, very, very late nights of gaming for a couple of hours and they're comfortable on a mic, they want to join, more than welcome. If they're already a YouTuber and they want to join, more than welcome. We can always add you in as well. This is not on a server. This is literally my save, and yeah, we just play on that. It's easy. It's fine. We're both on Xbox, so if you are someone from YouTube and you film and you're on an Xbox, come along and join. I don't mind cross-platform at all. I really don't. It's not that I've got a thing against it or nothing else like that at all. I just think, the Xbox people find it difficult to do content because we can't record directly. So, for example, my particular setup is I've got my Xbox running with direct line internet connected to the PC with direct line internet, and the PC is currently recording using Streamlabs. This is how I record. It's how Eddie records. So we are streaming from Xbox directly to the PC, which records screenshot style recording, if that helps. So that's why sometimes you may see a mouse like this. I'm not on PC at all. That is, well, I'm on PC, but I'm playing on Xbox. It's so confusing it sounds, which is why you might see little things like this little tabby bit that sometimes people forget, and other things that pop out onto the screen. So yeah, don't forget to take a look at the rest of the channel. There's some cool content on there. I haven't been doing as much content as recently. That's due to current health issues and like family stuff that's been going on. It's been an extremely torrent time since around Christmas. So I'm going to try and get some batch stuff out when I can get some stuff out. I'm going to try and do some Roblox, I think it is, on a supermarket game, which someone recommended to me to do. So I'm going to try and get that out in the next coming, I don't know, I'm going to try and get something filmed the next day or so, if not week. But again, it's all about time, right? I've been desperately trying to get Starfield back out so I can do a second series on that. There's a few people that really like the first series, and I'm obviously better at filming and recording, so on and so forth. So I'd like to do one. The downside is, because I do it via Xbox, there is a problem. I cannot get the damn game to load at all. It just gets stuck. on like the startup screen. You get to where it's got continue, save, creations, rest. You cannot move a thing. The controller won't select nothing. I've tried everything. I've tried hard resetting. I've tried uninstalling, reinstalling. Yeah, so that may be a dead in the water thing, which is a shame because personally, and there's a lot of haters, I really, really rate Starfield. I like it a lot. I think the game's got so much potential. There's some downsides game-wise that I think they could have addressed and probably still could if they really wanted to. That's multiplayer. It would be brilliant to be able to run the ship and have a weapons officer and so on and so forth. Who are your friends? Other players. You know, who you can interact with. The technology's there, so they should have done that from the get-go. But they didn't, fair enough. But let's say the downside is there are a lot of haters. I don't know why, because I think the game's brilliant. And at the moment, Xbox players, there are a few of us. I've spoken to a few in forums that have the same issues as me. Get the basics right. I don't know any other game that refuses to load that is as big as Starfield was. You know, it's a day one release. It's by Bethesda. They're not some low budget organisation. So, I mean, this stuff shouldn't keep happening. You know, I just think it's, you know, it shouldn't have happened. It should never have happened, and it shouldn't still be happening, but it is. And they're useless to talk to anyway. So, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, there's other stuff that we'll be looking at the channel. 2K25 is now out. I do have a copy. I did buy the early access Undertaker pass. Haven't really played it yet. I know it sounds really daft that I bought it, didn't play it. I bought it with the intention to play it, and again, family stuff, kind of, you know, had to put it on the back burner. But that stuff happens. If there's any other sort of content you want to see, let me know in the comments. I'm happy to have a read through, and if I'm able to, if it's something that's viable to me on the channel, yeah, we'll give it a go. It's no problem. And some point in the future, the medieval dynasty that we've been running a series on, he's going to come to an end very soon, and that's purely because I'm going to have to take some time off from filming that, because the day I film it, I'm now having to cover work. So it'll be a while before any more comes out on that. I have to schedule it in at home as well. I know it sounds daft, right? You have to schedule the timings in, so you just got the time to do it. And work's been crazy with what health and everything else as well. So yeah, but with Medieval Dynasty, it will come back to the channel in a form that may be surprising. I'm hoping, because we've been planning on doing it. We've been planning on doing it since sort of November time. That Mrs. KTG, that is the wife, by the way, she may be joining on Medieval Dynasty. The idea was she was going to join from the get-go, and so we were going to have two people doing it with us, so she was going to be on there with me. However, obviously with everything that was been going on, she had work, etc. as well. It just weren't able to mesh the timings together. Such is life. We've all been there. Husbands and wives. I mean, you spend about half an hour together, you know, every 2 or 3 days, and sometimes it happens. You know, you just got to roll with the punches, right? But yeah, enough of me waffling at the end of this video. You don't want to listen to that. It's been a long one. So until next time, as always, with MattyG, peace out.